This video is going to show you how to live score a single duel in the USA bracketing system. When you log in, the first thing that is going to show up is this right here. You're going to go ahead and click on your team under My Seasons, and it will bring you straight to your schedule. The next thing you are going to do is click Add Event. It's going to bring you to this page to select your event type. What you're going to select is single duel. Your default match level is typically varsity, and then it'll auto-populate your high school and your folk style. After you click continue, it will bring you to your duel date if you are home, away, or neutral, and it'll auto-populate your state due to being in your season. Click continue, and it will bring you to this page asking for your opponents. So go to your drop-down, select your opponent. If your opponent is not listed, you can select new team, but typically all your teams will be in here. Select your team and click continue. Next, it is going to ask you if this is a new event. You're going to click new event, type in new, and it's going to add the event to your schedule. The next thing you're going to do is where it says order event here, you're going to click on that, and it's going to bring you inside the event page in USA Bracketing. The next thing you are going to do is you're going to click Activate, which will bring you to this page. It's going to enter all your event info. So here you can go ahead and enter all of your info. It's going to auto-populate everything, and if you want to add a contact phone number, you can do that right here, and click Next. It's going to auto-populate everything for a single season duel, so really the only thing you need to do here is click Next. And it's going to auto-populate the governing body since you are in your season. You will click Next, and it's going to ask you if you want to add any event admins. This would be if you want to add, if you're a head coach and you want to add your AD, or if you're the AD and you want to add your head coach as an event admin, you can do that by starting to type here. But that is not necessary if you don't want to. The next thing you're going to do is click Next, and it's going to bring you to this page to show you all your event details. Next, you're going to click Submit Event for Payment. But as an event in your season this year, there is no cost, so you're going to just click Complete Transaction. After that is done, it'll bring you to this page, and you're going to go up to go back into the event and click on Event. When you click on Event, it'll bring you back to this page that has all these options on it. The first thing we're going to do is double check that the teams have been added correctly. And you're going to see that Jared Side is listed as the home team. Right now you can see it is pending with this clock. You're going to click on that and update the status to approved. This way it approves the teams in the system, and it will approve it on your schedule as well. You're going to do the same for the opposing team. And click Save. Next, we're going to click the Home button, and we're going to go add a worker into this tournament. So you're going to click on Users, and you're going to click on where it says Workers in the top menu. Right now there are no workers in here, so we're going to click Add Worker, and you're going to select the account type. The type I typically recommend is just do a passcode. Enter the name of the worker. Typically I just go worker, just because it's a blanket then. You're going to enter your passcode here. Your passcode, I'm just going to enter one for testing. It needs to be something that's secured, that nobody else will be able to guess, because if anybody has your passcode, they will be able to log into your tournament. Now when you're going on permissions here, you only need to select live scoring and weigh-ins if you're going to be using the weigh-in kiosk at weigh-ins. It's a nice added benefit. That way you can enter all the weights as they happen, and it will auto-populate onto each team's weigh-in sheet. When you are done, you will click Add, and it has now added the worker into the system. To get back to the main screen again, we're going to click Home. And now at this point, we are going to update the event schedule. The reason you are going to want to do this is if first it'll be able to list what time the duel starts on here. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to add a weigh-in time, which will allow you to use the kiosk if you so choose. So the first thing we're going to do is add the duel. So you can type in duel, or you can type in whatever competition, however you want to do that. Date, start time, make sure that you enter in the correct start time for the duel, and then do an estimated end time. The session type you will want to leave as competition, because that's what your duel is going to be, and you will leave everything else blank since it is a single duel. You can choose whether to make this public or not, but I would generally recommend to make it public so that way the general public can come view your duel as it's happening live. Next, you're going to click Add. And this next, what we're going to do, we're going to add another session for the weigh-in. You can name this whatever you want. I typically add it weigh-ins. You're going to do your start time. And make sure your start time on here is going to be, again, to what your start time and end time on your duel will be. Otherwise, if it is outside that time, it will not allow you to use the weigh-in kiosk. So make sure these times are accurate for a start time and an end time. Your session type, you're going to select weigh-in. Now this is where it gets a little bit different. Since we already created a worker, it's automatically going to pull that worker in to be able to use the weigh-in kiosk. You're going to click Add, and it has added weigh-ins in the duel. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a weigh-in form. And when you create a weigh-in form, it automatically adds the wrestlers into the event. So we're going to go back to our schedule here. This is on your main page here, and you're going to click the weigh-in scale here where it says uncommitted weigh-in form. You're going to click on that, and you're going to bring you to your weigh-in form. Now you're going to click Add Weigh-in, and you're going to select whatever wrestlers are going to be wrestling that day, and you're going to select the weigh-in date and if there's a consecutive day allowance. After all this is entered, you're going to click Add Weigh-in. Once the wrestlers are added, you can look here that all their weight classes have been predetermined by their weight descent plan. If you need to adjust any of these, just click the drop down and select the one for you. When this is done, you need to click Save Form. When you click Save Form, it will show you that the form has been saved, and you can go into the tournament and go to wrestlers and see that they have automatically been added into the tournament. And it automatically adds their weight class for the team. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to use the weigh-in kiosk. After you click the home button, it will bring you back to your home screen here, and in setup, you're going to click on weigh-ins down here. Here, it's going to bring you to this page, and if you want to use the weigh-in kiosk, you're going to hit Launch Kiosk. This will open the weigh-in kiosk, and you will enter your password here to launch the kiosk. You're going to hit Login. Here, you can either type in the wrestler's first and last name, you can go by weight class, or you can go by the team, and the team will pop up. Once you get the wrestler you want, you're going to click on that wrestler. It's going to bring you to this page, and you can enter their exact weight as entered on the scale. If you did hair, skin, and nails, you can click on that they passed all of those. Make sure the weight class is correct, and click Save. So after you have done that, it will enter the weight here, and you will see back in your weigh-in form that it will actually add the weigh-in to your team. So as you can see, it is gray, but it has been added. After all these are added and you have reviewed them, you can click OK. you can click on commit to commit this weigh-in form, and it will save this weigh-in sheet and commit it into the system so you may go create another one. So after you are done with weigh-ins, it will bring you back to this page again, and you're going to click the home button to be able to go in. We're going to make sure that the duel has been created. And this is how you create your duel. So you're going to click on duel. You're going to click the away team. You're going to click the home team. There is only one mat. And you're going to click your starting weight. So whatever weight you start at, whether that's 100 or 135, you're going to select that and you're going to click Save Duel. Now this says the duel was successfully created. Now if you don't want to use the live scoring controller, you can just click results, click on the weight, and then enter the results. If you want to use the live scoring controller, click the home button, and you're going to go down to operating here, and you're going to click on live scoring. This will bring up the duel, and you're going to click on view bouts. You're going to be able to see it's a single duel, and you're going to click on the duel, and it will bring you to your weights. So as you can see, the 105 or 100 weight class. So we're going to select 100 pounds here. Whoever needs to report first, according to the coin flip. And now you're going to select your wrestlers. Next, we're going to click Save. And it's going to bring you to your live score. Here you will be able to select who is red and who is green, and be able to start the duel. As you can start the duel, as in previous videos noted, once you click on any of the events that take place. If you do takedown, it takes away everything you cannot do as a person on top, because you cannot get an escape or reversal if you are on top. As we let the clock wind down here, we're just going to speed this up a little bit here. So we're going to set it to 5 seconds. It's going to start winding down the period. When the period gets to the end, it's going to go to red, and all you need to do is click this arrow right here to move to the choice. As you can see, it was important that we entered who had to report first, because then that determines who the choice is at the beginning of the first, or in between the first and second period. Now this will update with every match, so that way you know who has choice. This wrestler selected bottom. Okay, we're going to start the clock. And if the match ends and you click stop, let's say there was a pin, you're going to click save result, and you're going to make sure to go in here and make sure to select the correct wrestler. Okay, win type will auto default to fall if the match ended before the match ended before the periods are out. If it was stopped before the end of the periods, the only other options you'll be able to select would be, I mean, you've got a lot of options, but it would be injury, default, or disqualification. Otherwise, if it is a tech fall, you won't be able to select tech fall unless the difference in the score is 15 or greater. We're just going to select fall, click save. As you can see, it's saved your result here. And once all of the matches are done, it will auto-populate the score at the bottom here and give you a winning team. And that is how you score a duel in the USA bracketing system live.